Hello everybody, it's good to see you again here at my channel. I know that it's been a long time since my last video, but I have my reasons which I will tell you just a bit later. But the most important thing is that now I am here and a lot of things happened since. So just to make it short, I had some really bad times in the last 3 weeks and I was really having probably the worst period of my life. But I didn't stop playing Minecraft and it helped me a lot. I am honestly going to make a video about it because Minecraft helped me a lot and I cannot be thankful enough for this game. So because of this, I've built a lot, which as I mentioned helped me a lot. And I'm going to show you what did I build when I was away. So just to start off, I extended my starter village and I've made a marketplace, like an actual square with a clock tower and a lot of houses and some stands. I try to make as many details as possible. For sure, a lot of houses do not have interiors yet, like this one, but here is a working clock with the clockwork bearing, and basically that's really about this square. And the next thing I did is this wood factory. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I was to make a wood factory, which I actually did, and this is how it ended. I am going to make more details for sure, like roads here and probably some props around just to make it more authentic, but actually it's working. I didn't make a video of making this whole structure, but if anyone is interested in, then I will do just a special episode for just really showing how this thing works. It's basically not that hard, and these cables and belts may be a bit distracting. These are not needed, only this thing here is needed, and for sure the souls. So yeah, a lot of things happened and I made these things because I wanted to have a relief. I wanted to just relax and forget about everything, and I think they are looking pretty nice. Alright, so I am going to just tell you all what I'm planning in this episode. So the main thing is that we really have to have a lot of andesite alloys because we need them, like a lot, for these create machineries and these create contraptions, and I would like to make that andesite alloy farm. So for the andesite alloy, we will need andesite and iron nuggets. To make iron nuggets, it's pretty straightforward. We just have to wash gravel. But to make andesite, well, that's a bit harder process because we will need quartz. And at the moment, I don't know any other solution to get quartz but to use Ars Nouveau. Because in Ars Nouveau, there is a really great addition that you can actually harvest quartzes with small golems. I know it's pretty strange at first sight, but trust me, it is really amazing, and if you are playing with modern Minecraft, you will want to try this out. And another thing is that this mod pack contains resource geodes, and we will use the quartz geode. So I just collected all the things that we will need to set up this process. At first, I will have to make these imbuement chambers so I can turn lapis into these source gems. As you can see, here is the recipe: imbuement chamber, lapis, and source gem. But as I said, it's just the beginning of the process, so it's pretty easy. And in the meantime, I've built something that will serve pretty well for this purpose, to make magic stuff. And if you were just looking around, you can see that there is a little tower. So let's visit that tower. Oh no way. How did you get here? Oh my god. As I can see, it was the only one. Okay, now we can go to the magic tower. And I've stored it right here. It's called Magic Terrace. And yeah, it pretty much looks like this. I've used an inspiration of the wizard tower called Ronnie's Rise from Elden Ring, and I think it looks pretty okay. I mean, it's not a big thing, but to make small magic stuff, it will be just enough. So I am just going to put these around, and if I put lapis into them, they will slowly turn them into source gems. Okay, so at first I will make the ritual brazier, which requires an arcane pedestal, a source gem block, and 3 gold ingots. So now that we have basically everything that we will need to make this tablet of awakening, I'm going to just craft it, and now I can use it with my ritual brazier. I've actually spent a lot of time in the nether to find the quartz geode, and it was pretty hard because they are hard to find. But I found one and I already placed a waystone there. So there is the quartz geode, and let's visit the site. So to get this quartz body, we have to place down a ritual brazier, and we have to use this tablet of awakening, As you can see, it started to work. I'm going to prepare my sword in my hand, and hopefully it will turn this budding quartz geode into a little dude. All right, I right-clicked on it. Yeah, here is the G-Ore Golem, and it is a quartz G-Ore Golem, and if I kill it, then I think I will get this little, yep, it is the quartz G-Ore Golem charm, and if I am going to place it anywhere in the world, then it will respawn this little guy again. But basically this is the way you can transport it. Grab the brazier, let's go home. Oh yeah, I just forget that I have to bring some quartz geodes with me, otherwise this little golem will not be able to harvest anything. But there is another thing. To link this little G-Ore golem to an inventory, for example, I'm going to connect it to a diamond chest, I will need to have this Dominion wand, which will technically connect it. But to make this Dominion wand, I will have to have this enchanting apparatus recipe to get going so we can get the wand. And to get the enchanting apparatus, we will have to have an arcane core, an enchanting apparatus, and some arcane platform. Alright, I have the core, I have the apparatus, and I have the arcane platforms. Oh, by the way, it's nighttime, so I can show you my magic tower, which I've just built in the nighttime, and it looks pretty good, even from a distance. I think in general, it looks pretty nice, and it gives off this Rennie's Rise vibe from Elden Ring. Oh, and I'm getting punched by a zombie. Okay, I'm here at the magic terrace. Okay, yeah, so I made a mistake here because I put down the agronomic source link on top of the arcane core, but I had to actually put down the enchanting apparatus. So now I think we are good to go, and we will have our wand. Just like that. Look at how cool this animation is. There we go. Here we have our Dominion wand. And I think I'm gonna place this little buddy down here in the main tower. I mean in the first floor of the main tower. Alright, so I'm going to just put down pillars like this, just to make it look a little better. And now I can place down this little golem here. I am actually going to tie it to this fence so it will not escape. I will put down the inventory, and I think I'm good now. So it will start to convert these things into budding quartz geodes. And oh, I actually have to leave a space between these geodes because these are growing on the side, and if two are next to each other, then we will have to have at least two space. And so as I can see, our quartz problem is solved, or at least we will get these quartz crystals just like the amethyst ones. It will actually look like this. This is the quartz geode shard, and we will have to smelt it to get the nether quartz. Right, so I was AFK for about 1 hour. So let's see how this little dude did while I was AFK. Hey, it's good to see you. I can see that there are a lot of clusters around. And let's see the truth. Wait a minute. It's actually a lot of quartz geode shards. You did a great job, little dude. Geode Golem, Mr. Geode Golem. You can be proud of yourself. Yeah, you can dance. Feel free to dance. Well, actually what we can do now is just smelt these so we can get quartz. And that's what we're gonna do. But my first question is how I am going to transfer these quartz geode shards to my actual village, because we will have to do that somehow. And at the moment, I think my best bet will be this modular router. I think it could be good, but I'm also thinking about, I know that one mod has this wireless transfer, which is actually, if I'm correct, it's cyclic. Yeah, it's actually cyclic. So we can do it with item transfer nodes, which will require iron bars, comparators, diamonds, and a crystallized amber. I don't know what's that. Oh, okay. Well, it's not that hard. We will have to have liquid magma, which is a bit odd for me, but I mean, we can do that. Or we can do it with honey. That's probably easier. All right, so I've collected everything to set up our Andesite Alloy factory. I mean, at least the technical part of it, because the building itself is not done yet, but I will work on it. Alright, so I've set it up, the power source, which is going to be a windmill. It is working already. I've glued it together, and I'm actually going to put this gearbox under it, and I've made this rotation speed controller, and all I have to do is just put this large cogwheel, and so it will work. And the thing is that with this rotational speed controller, I can modify the speed, I mean the RPM of the machine. So if I were to increase it to like 115, it will spin around really fast. And the first part I would like to begin with is the cobblestone generator. Alright, so I have the cobblestone generator, which is basically just lava and water-logged stone stairs. And I'm going to put these drills on top of them, and I've made a belt here. And now I'm going to put down this brass tunnel because I would like to distribute the cobblestone. So basically, just to make things easier, I've used Ender conduits, so it will distribute the cobblestones like so. And for these parts, I will have to have the quartzes, which are on top of the magic mountain, but I will get them sorted. So the main machinery is done. I'm going to do a little walkthrough because it is also a really complicated machine. It's probably complicated because I like to mess around with create. So the first step is these drills drilling the cobblestone, which will then be dropped to this conveyor belt. Then this brass tunnel distributes the cobblestone, and one part goes to this chest, which will then feed it to this crafter, because we will have to have this recipe to make andesite, to make diorite at first with nether quartz, and then andesite with cobblestone. The other half of the cobblestones goes to this millstone, which will then turn them into gravel, and then the gravel will be washed, which will then make iron nuggets and flint. And then I am just trashing the flints. So now what I would like to do is just get the quartzes here, for which I will use wireless transfer nodes. Okay, so you always have to mess up my walkthroughs, right? So to make this item transfer node, basically we have everything that we will need, unless this crystallized amber, which will be done like this. I think this is the easiest recipe with honey, fire charge, redstone, and magma block. So I will have to make this solidification chamber. I am done with this solidification chamber. I've already connected it to a generator, so I will have to have a little bit of honey for this. Alright, I've loaded in the honey, and the way I did it, unfortunately I didn't record it, but the way I did it is just I've collected glasses of honey, and then I've just dropped them in this item drain, which will then was pumped to the chamber, and now I have honey in it. Alright, let's see. Yes, we have the crystallized amber. Now I will just need 2 diamonds, iron bars, and redstone comparators. And now, alright, so I have this thing right here at the magic terrace, and as I can see, it is full. Alright, but the thing is that I've just made this smelting factory, and I have 2,370 quartzes here. So I'm going to put this item transfer node here. I will have to make this GPS data card. Alright, so I made a mistake because I've done it for the first time, but now I figured it out. So basically you will have to have something which actually transfers the quartz to this transfer node, so it will not extract just on itself, but you have to directly connect them to this. And then you have to put the GPS data card in it, and with this GPS data card you will have to mark the inventory that you would like to transfer the items to. So basically I've just shift right clicked with this GPS data card to the chest that I want these things to be transferred to. So basically, as you can see, it is working, and it's already starting to make the diorites, if I'm not mistaken. It could be so much faster, but now it's just okay for me for this time being to be this slow. But as you can see, it is working. Yay. Okay, I think it works now. It should work now. I'm going to sleep at first, and let's start the machine. I'm going to see what is the highest this thing can go. All right, 97 is the maximum it can go. What? Why is it dropping? No way. No, 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 no. Don't do this. Don't. All right, so the thing that I've messed up is basically just the andesite recipe is just this. Okay, so but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we can still get along with it. I'm going to put the chest here and then just extend the cables with one. I'm going to extract, always active, and now it should work. It really should work. Otherwise, I'm going to be pretty sad. Yeah. Yes, it is working. And yay! We have our first automated andesite alloy factory. I know that the iron nugget supply is a bit off because it is pretty hard to get a lot of andesite alloys with just one washing factory. But I mean, it's still better than nothing. But it's good. We have the first andesite alloy. I would like to thank you all so much for being with me. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to make videos again. And the last thing I would like to do is just wish you all an amazing day and see you in the next video. Bye.